Hey, happy Tuesday. It's Patrick from Have Cheetah Will View, and the cheetah is upstairs. Um, he is, you might be hearing him yelling in the background. Yep, on cue. There's the cheetah. I am actually renovating getting ready to try to get put together my movie room with some shelving and stuff like that. So I'm clearing the old one out, and he wants to go inside. So that's why he's yelling about it. He wants to go inside the spare bedroom, but there's no reason for him to. There's nothing in there for him. In fact, it's a little dangerous for him because it has some wood and some an old bed frame. But that's not what you're here for. You're not here for to hear that shit. You're here because I am doing the gratitude tag. The gratitude tag was started by Beith from Redrum Records, and I gotta tell you that this is going to be a very hard tag, and I'll probably have to do like at least two of these, if not more, um, because quite honestly, just to do a limited amount, it doesn't seem right. It's a very hard list to do, and you don't want to leave anybody out because you just don't. I mean, whether it's intentional or not, you still don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So I might do the first batch, and I might come back and do a second batch. We'll see. I do got a lot of names here, so I want to start listing. And just like everybody else is doing in their video, if your name's not mentioned in this video, please don't be upset. It doesn't mean that we don't care and like you any less. It's just that we're trying to make this into a small video, uh, so we can do this and do it right. Uh, and I will give a small blurb to everybody who I mentioned because I should do that as well. So the first person I have gratitude for here on the tube is the one who got me started in it. And that would be Dan from Reject Filmz. Yep. Me and Dan, we both talked about it. He had been a supporter of my blog, and then I had been a supporter of his channel when he first started off. And so, and we've been Facebook friends and real life friends. We've both walked through the valley together on different levels, but through a valley. And he's a very good friend of mine, and I cherish our friendship. And he's one of the best people I know. And I'm so happy to see that life is really starting to treat him right and fairly again, and really rooting for you hard, Dan. You deserve it. Uh, all right, my second one would be Hobbs of Hobbs Horror, the leader of our wild and crazy kind of bunch at the midnight hour. Hobbs has been a great friend and supporter, a real life friend, and just super happy to see. Just super happy for him to getting close to 1,000 people, 1,000 followers. He's got a very successful podcast, live stream, the Midnight Hour. Um, and I don't know very many people that work harder than Hobbs. He carries two, three jobs at one time, and yet he still manages to keeps the balls rolling and in the air. He's hardworking, um, and always up for a talk. Um, yeah, him and we ping each other quite a bit late at night because we're both insomniacs. Uh, Number three, Jason from Horrific Nightmares JM. So what can I say about Jason? Him and I are in a circle that we have a bond that most people don't know. Um, in a lot of ways, actually, just besides the one, we're both into music. We both love our animals. We both found awesome soulmates. Uh, and of course, we're also both big IFC and IFC Midnight fanatics, which I absolutely just kicks ass for me. Um, I really appreciate Jason. He has spent many hours with me on the phone, and vice versa. We're just talking and just bonding and developing a deep friendship, and I'm really grateful to have him in my life. Jason was the first guy who, after Dan, who I discovered the horror community that we're all in, because he was the first person I saw, other than Dan and myself, that do Wild Eye reviews. He did Wild Eye Wednesdays, and that really opened the door, because through Jason is how I met Hobbs, and then the ball got rolling. Uh, he continues to put outstanding content on his page. His series, What's in the Bag, Jay, is my favorite series on all the channels on YouTube. That is my favorite one. It's very interesting and it's fascinating, and I'm always curious to see what's going to be coming up to get reviewed next. Um, so, thank you, Jason, for everything. 4, Marc a whore. Yeah, Marc. What can I say, man? If you're definitely, you and Hobbs would be battling tooth and nail for like the kindest person on YouTube, um, in our community for sure. Your kindness and generosity toward others is just outstanding, and you just seem to know when to do it. You have a real touch. I've gotten several messages from people saying, "Guess what I got?" And I can't believe it, and they're really emotionally uplifted by that kindness. That's what his life's supposed to be about: to lift up others, to build up others, not tear them down. Um, and Marc, you're a master builder for sure, and I appreciate everything you've done for me and mine, and thank you. Number 5, someone who's outside our community, but we're getting to know him slowly but surely, and that's our good friend that we met through Tuber Chat, Scratchin Pete PA. Pete is a really nice guy. He lives in Canada. He's a moderator for Tuber Chat, and he is a tremendous supporter of everybody. I don't know how many friends or channels he's friends of, but he's got to be a lot. Pete does a scratch off show every Tuesday, a live scratch off show or a premiere, where he gets 2 lottery tickets. He presents them to the his following, his subscribers, and we pick which one he's gonna play. And then he'll play it and shows how it's played, and he'll play the game, and then we either celebrate with him when he wins, or we go boo and hiss when he loses. Um, but Pete isn't just all about that. He also is a great channel supporter, and he picks a channel to support every Tuesday. Then their name goes into a little drawing at the end of the month where they win a scratch off ticket, and he plays it for them. If they win, then the person gets 50% of the winnings. And can you imagine if he actually won $1 million? Pete actually would give someone a $500,000. I know that. I know he would. That's just outstanding. Just an outstanding guy, and really enjoy his channel and him quite a bit. Number 6. I gotta talk about my girl Rachel, Delia LeFay. I've talked about her here before, but I'm gonna talk about her again. Delilah is one of the sweetest people I know, and she lives with her cat crew, Poos Poos, Jasmine, and Monster. You might have seen Poos inside the the Inner Circle blog group. I posted it as my background picture because she posted it on her big screen TV, and her cat stared at the cheetah like, "What the hell is that?" Um, she's extremely creative. She makes chainmail and among other things, and she does great unboxings, and she does cooking segments that are a lot of fun. And she's just got the sweetest personality, and I really cherish her friendship, and I'm glad she's in my circle. Number 7. Boy, this is gonna take a while. This is gonna take a while, but oh well. My list, right? Number 7, David and Sam. That's from David's Horror. That's right. I said David and Sam because David from the Coast to Coast had the most amazing background. He has this giant figure of Sam that was standing behind him. It was always looking like he was looking over his shoulder. And holy cow, every Saturday night on the Coast to Coast, there's two things I look forward to. One was seeing Ben from Cadaver Club with Gigan, and two was watching David with Sam peeking over his shoulder. It made for a very entertaining stream. Um, and then now we're all telling him that he's got to have a Sam in the background. Um, he recently moved, so Sam has to go. Big Sam has to go into storage, but there's a small Sam doing this over his new mantle that's looking over him while he's doing his stream on Saturdays. Just a tremendous guy, a fine musician, very supportive of his friends, has a real good sense of humor, and never gets everybody likes him a lot. God, here I go again, right? Mumbles. Everybody really loves David. There's a reason for that because he's very generous with his time and his friendship, and of course Sam. Um, he also provided one of the highlights in the midnight hour live stream when he dressed up in his Art the Clown costume and made an appearance as Art the Clown, which is definitely one of our most best moments ever. So thank you for that, David, and thank you for your friendship. All right, number 8 is Phil from Phil Creepy's Vidz. Uh, Phil's also a Canadian, and everybody knows Phil. Everybody knows Phil, not only for his incredible collection of figures and and films, but they also know him for his generosity and kindness as well. He does a live stream every week, twice a week, where he will come on for 2 hours. And as of late, he is all about just building up the community. I mean, he's all he has been, but his focus has gone from showing off his collection to really focusing on getting other folks to connect with each other. And that really is a tremendously helpful asset, as Phil's one of the larger channels in our community. Um, so his live streams are fun and engaging, and of course he is the master of the soup, 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 super chat. Uh, Phil is actually the first person I pinged when I found out about Nightwatch losing his channel, because he's friends with Nightwatch, and I knew that if anything could do anybody could do anything to get the word out and to support going, it would be Phil, because that's how he is. He's not afraid to promote others, and he does it a lot. He's eager to. He will also pop up on anybody's live stream. Give him a microphone and a chair, and Phil will be there. Tremendous asset to our community, tremendous supporter. That's Phil's Creepy Vidz. Uh, Number 9, Joe the Horror Man, from the Super Slash Bros. Uh, Gotten to know Joe during the past year or so, and I found him to be a very engaging and very funny guy. While him and I may not see eye to eye on certain aspects of life, that does not preclude me from becoming his friend. And I do respect Joe, um, and I respect his knowledge. He's a tremendous supporter of the Midnight Hour. Probably, actually, tell you the truth, he's probably our number one supporter. Joe has come in and he has stayed and has supported the show, and I cannot, begin to tell you how much that means to me and the rest of our panel. I know that, and I probably don't say it enough, but yep. Um, Joe's collection is probably the biggest in our community. Massive, just crazy massive. He collects the VHS tapes, and he does several great series. Slashback Saturdays, which probably will return in 2022. He's done a top 20 list. Now he's doing a series, the Fangoria 100 with Jason. He also does TV Scaries, where he looks at TV shows that featured a horror theme, and even though they're not necessarily horror shows, and he covers them, which is a very entertaining segment. Um, Keeps the ball rolling with on the Super Slash Bros, and he's a football fan. So he's a diehard Patriot fan. So that's also really fun to talk about too. Um, like I said, I have nothing but respect for you, Joe, and I'm glad that you and I are friends. All right, number 10 is on the other side of the spectrum. Is my good friend Derek, aka OlSkool Shinobi, who's very much like me. Very much so. Him and I are probably closer to temperament and personality than anybody else on my list. Um, which means he's a bit he's definitely a bit of a fiery personality, which I really do respect and enjoy. I've talked to Derek many times. He's a great guy, um, and very stout in his beliefs and kindness and generosity. Um, Tremendous friend. Um, and I want you to know that, Derek. I'm telling that now in front of everybody here. You are a friend. You are my friend. You will always be my friend. That will never change. And if people get bothered by that, well, that's on them. That's something for them to have to handle with. But your friendship and mine is not going to waver. Just want you to know that in front of God and everybody else. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to talking comic books with Derek. He's the first guy who came over there and saw my Stingray and was just lost his shit over it. Um, it is an awesome figure, and he actually know who Stingray was. That's what killed me. I'm just like, he's the only one that knows who Stingray is. That's just rocks. Uh, so I appreciate your kindness, Derek, and looking forward to talking with you again soon. I'm learning how to do Twitch now, thanks to you. Hopefully, I can do it right. All right, number 11. Boy, this is going to take a long time. I might have to do two of these. Uh, Number 11. Ricky and Pablo from the old AF reviewers. More than anybody else this month of May, which is my worst month of every year. Though they don't know this, they have no way of knowing this. But you two guys kept me laughing more than anything else this month, and I cannot begin to thank you for that. Your channel is fire. Um, I don't know how you guys do all the stuff you do and still walking on 2 feet, but I certainly as hell that you are. Your reviews of old school films, along with crazy ass challenges, um, and humor, it's a winning combination to me. You guys can't do no wrong. Um, I just worry you guys are gonna end up hurting yourself, and that would not be very good at all for anybody. Um, I'm looking forward to another rematch when you guys do the sour balls again. I really do hope you guys do that challenge because that was hilarious. Um, yeah, thanks for everything, especially you, Rick. You've been a tremendous supporter on the Facebook group, um, welcoming new members in and supporting them and subbing to them. It's just amazing. Thank you so much for your support and kindness, and we'll see you on the next challenge. Number 12 uh, is our friend Cody from Coast to Coast. Um, Cody is a tremendous asset to our community. He is the host of Coast to Coast, along with Marc of Horror, Project Ellsworth, Cadaver Club, David's Horror, and Phil's Creepy Vidz when there's not a UFC fight going on. Um, Cody is very low key, but he has a tremendous sense of humor. He provided one of the highlights of the year when he won a contest from the Horror Spice, and he won a Ghost Peppers, and he did the challenge. He tested the Ghost Peppers out, and provided one of our funniest moments of the year so far. He is also very kind and very generous. He pinged me on the shoulder and said that he had some films he was looking to find a new home for, and he thought about me and the cheetah. And because of that, I was able to get the very first movie me and my wife saw together, which was Armageddon. I covered that in a haul video, but I just want to mention it again. Uh, just a tremendous friend, and and really respect him quite a bit. And thank you again, Cody, for your kindness and your friendship. Uh, 13. We should go to the leader of this tag, as far as I'm concerned, with us anyway, and that would be Beith from redrum Records. I enjoy reading about Beth's vinyl. She's in the vinyl community, but she also dabbles in the horror community, and so I enjoy reading her stories about the vinyl records and the different artists, and the music that they made, and I learned a tremendous lot about that from her. Um, some stuff I have to relearn. I've forgotten things that she brings back out about a lot about artists that I know about or even worked with. Um, I find she's very kind, and she's very a warm person and a great personality. And this is a tremendous idea, doing this gratitude tag. I hope this I hope this comes by us at least once or twice a year, because it's good to be reminded that we have a lot to be grateful for. So thank you for this, Beith. And number 14 will be Becky and Vincent from the Horror of Spice, aka The Spices. Um, and also my co-host on the Midnight Hour. Becky and Vincent are two of the nicest people that we know. Um, have so much fun with them every Sunday night. Um, the night that they rickrolled Hobbs is one of our best nights ever on the channel. I thought we were actually going to lose Vince, because I thought he literally was going to laugh himself to death there. It has to be seen to be believed how funny that night was. Um, they do all sorts of fun shenanigans. They review films from all over, including Wild Eye films. They talk about gaming, and of course hot sauces. And they have provided the moments for many funny moments with Hobbs, Q, Cody. Uh, they all have won hot sauces and sampled them on in a video, and with varying degrees of results, but always entertaining. Um, so Vince is also venturing out into the interview world. He booked his first interview on the Midnight Hour. A rising actor named Jack Andrew Cook, that he will be interviewing along with Hobbs and Boom this Sunday. Looking forward to seeing that. I'm very excited for him. I think this is an opportunity, and he's looking forward to it. And when he came up to us and he says, "My gut tells me this guy is going to go somewhere," I had to go with that. I had to go with that. Um, I love that, because that's exactly how I used to work in music. My gut tells me something's going to pop, and it generally did. So, Jack, whether you know it or not, you're destined to become famous, because Vince says so. All right, so that's going to be part one. Yeah, I definitely knew I was going to be doing some parts for this. So let me get this up and loaded. I'm going to put everybody's channel in the description box below, so you can go over there and sub to them in case you haven't. And when you do sub to them, please leave a message, a comment when you sub. Do not sub and run, because YouTube will unsub you. You have to watch a video of 3 minutes or more and then leave a good comment behind when you sub to somebody. All right. Thanks so much, and we will see you for part 2 of the gratitude tag. And until then, look at the trash can. Peace.